first of all, congratulations on your win last week. Y'all played phenomenal football. And actually, cut the lights, but we gotta do something first. Y'all played phenomenal football, and just know that it only gets better from here. So keep going, keep striving, and y'all will reach y'all's goals, okay? But I brought James back. Y'all remember James from last week, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, y'all remember overcoming adversity and all that stuff?
Yes, sir.
So Coach P, myself, and James, we decided to take that theme to the next level to really commemorate or celebrate that meeting of the minds that we had last week. Okay, so we went ahead and did something crazy. Jamie, you want to come up here? We went ahead and did something crazy because sometimes you have to do crazy things in order to get to where you want to be. So I thought what James did last week for y'all was special. James had the idea of basically memorializing that moment into what we have in front of you. My wife and I, we did this. It took us 6 days, but we did it in time for the game because we want you to understand that overcoming adversity is a key component of success. Becoming a champion means you have to overcome adversity, and so we wanted to make sure that you guys see that every time you're in this locker room. So Tim, you have a place for this already?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're gonna hang this up. It is powered by James Riders II. It has everything that you guys defined as overcoming adversity. So this is on behalf of myself, on behalf of James and Coach P. We're dedicating this to you guys, the class of 2002 Hermitage Panthers.
Clap it off, man.
Again, just thank y'all. I'm honored and I'm humbled by y'all sitting in here with me for those 30, 45 minutes just to build with y'all. I'm excited for what y'all did and what y'all are going to do. I don't know if y'all realize y'all potential yet. And I think, honestly, if y'all play to y'all's capability and y'all play to y'all's potential and don't get in your own heads about like the teams that y'all about to play, I think y'all can do that every week and roll on to late November. But again, that choice is on y'all. Don't get in your head about the team names that you all are about to play, right? Because if you allow that team name to carry weight, then you'll be fighting something that's bigger than yourself. Just play the people on the field, bro. Play them just like you play Hermitage. Play discipline, play smart, and I think y'all have everything that it takes to overcome adversity. And thank y'all again for allowing me to come. I hope it means something. I hope it meant as much to you all as it meant to me to be here. So thank y'all.
For some reason, I have a knack for bringing in, my old teammates. They just want to support. It means something to us, right? So this gentleman right here, I've known since Brooklyn days. Anybody here with the Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Go Cubs! Go Cubs! Yeah. So he's a teammate of mine. We in the trenches. He was O-line, I was D-line. You have him tell it. He beat me up. You have me tell it. I never lost a one-on-one with this guy. Let's be clear. Never lost a one-on-one. But the camaraderie that we built over the years was, it lasts over time. And so I'm going to bring in Tony Moore, class of 2003. Go ahead and clap it up for him. Today we're going to talk about Thomas Dale. This is a very, very sensitive subject to us old heads. All right?
I'm young.
I'm not. It's a very sensitive subject to us old heads, and because you guys weren't born when this took place, we want to get you up to speed. But what you're looking at is literally the beginning, okay, the foundation of what this is. Hermitage football. So hit the lights. So we were undefeated. We had scored like 346 points, and we had only given up 30 points up to this game in 10 games. So let's be clear, we were not used to this kind of smoke that they brought.
From 4 yards out, it's 12-0 in the first. Jones averaged just 103 yards from the game when he had 2 yards of this one. Panthers running game, mixed it up a little bit with Garrett Lewis's rollout. Things were happening now with Daryl Jones. Yeah, all the usual suspects of this game, and it's not even the right mix. And the right intensity in this game. Santos carried the ball 6 times for 22 yards. Got most of them 15 of them counted right here. It's 12-7. Hermitage back in it.
So that's Dwayne Brown. Look how huge he is. That's Dwayne, giant.
All the crazy showing from that out. You gotta respect that. Hermitage's next possession, Lewis rolls out. Pressure, he's looking for Dwayne Brown. He finds Deanna Williams. The pick sets it up for Panther 10. 5,000 plus in attendance. Switten on the fake. Justin Fitzgerald with a pop. That's a Division I style pop there, folks. Connected will settle for a 40-yarder from Angel Bonilla. And it's 15-7. They were able to disrupt the pass coming from these guys. And the offense, they scored only 41 points per game, and now it's only given 15.
So y'all want to talk about adversity? That game, this is just kind of fluff. I'm just going to provide you with some context. It was about probably 15 degrees outside, okay? It was the coldest I've ever been in any football game on high school or football or college level. And they were the #1 team in the region. We were the #2 team in the region. Both of us were undefeated. And that was at the time where only 4 teams would go forward into the playoffs. So there's none of this 18 whatever that y'all have now. So it was like a state title game atmosphere. So JR was doing that all season, just running around people.
Turnover number 4, and just heads it to the 17-yard line, and this is the champ from Chester are ready for the knockout punch. He's got to give it up for the Panther D, only giving up 15 points in the night. Hey, people, the game ain't over. It's not in front of your team. The field goal by Bonilla for 35 yards out goes nowhere. They've heard that now. 3 minutes left, plenty of time to make things happen. Oh, follow the ball. It's on the 8-yard line.
If it wasn't for the turnovers, gents.
Looking for the knockout. All right, we got 29 seconds left of Del 44. And Larry Hewitt knocks on the pass for Joe Johnson.
That's adversity.
The season has come to an end for the Hermitage Panthers. 9 of 15.
That's Tony, that's me.
Panther D
Shocked.
put their head down. They kept the team, the best team in the region, to only 15 points, and that's enough to send them to the region finals.
But yeah, so that's it, guys.
And only 4 teams went to the playoffs then.
Only 4 teams went. We weren't supposed to lose that. We weren't supposed to lose that at all. I mean, we had a crazy tough team. And I hate Tommy Dell to this day. And so that's why I brought my teammate in, because he was in that game. You saw him in there, and I'm going to give him an opportunity to share his perspective.
Ooh, I got my blood pressure going down. How you guys doing? Good. Thanks for being
Great.
Y'all ready for tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Does tomorrow mean anything to you yet?
Yes, sir.
All right. It's going to be a little more here in a second. So I want to reintroduce myself. I know Terrell said, my name is Tony Moore. I graduated in 2003. You definitely look like your father.
Yeah, literally, it's twin.
And I'll tell you a story. I hated blocking for your dad, and I'll tell you why. But I graduated in 03. I was very fortunate, very blessed to start 4 years for this team. But before we get into anything, I just want to tell you guys how much I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to stand here in front of you and talk. I know we keep saying it's a legacy series. Terrell, that video really pissed me off.
I know, I'm heated.
But this is about you guys. And I'm just super blessed to be able to take the time, come talk to you. Appreciate you, Coach B, Terrell, for putting all this together.
Absolutely.
But guys, this is a blessing to me. And so first and foremost, thank you, seriously. This club means a lot. So after Hermitage, I will give you a quick background. Got 2 girls, married, went to VCU. graduated in 2008 from VCU. But this school and this club means more to me than anything I've done since I left it, right, besides my kids. And that's why when given the opportunity, I saw the schedule, and I knew exactly which game I wanted. Anybody in here an NFL fan? All right, good, good. Dallas? What?
Boo.
All right. So we're going to talk about three things, right? First, if you're a Dallas fan, what's the #1 team you probably hate?
Redskins.
Redskins, Washington, whatever you want to call them. We just kicked our ass every year. It doesn't matter. The reason I picked this game, I've hated this team since November 23rd, 2002. I've never sat on a bus that quiet in my entire life. And I'll tell you, I'm 37, I'll be 38 in January. And I'm telling you, I hear the name Thomas Dale. I asked Coach P, could I suit up? He told me no. Medicaid doesn't cover this, so here we are. But anyway, I want to touch on three things tonight before tomorrow. Legacy is why we're doing some of these discussions, right? Then we're going to talk about being present. Being present in the moment, taking this all in, being prepared, being mentally focused. And then where do you go from here, right? Where do you go next week? Where do you go next month at the end of the season? Because guys, it's going to blink and it's going to be the end of the season. So you need to stay focused, live in the moment, enjoy it. So the first thing with legacy, I'm going to go back to the Cowboys, right? Anybody know when Zeke was born? 1995. Right? You heard Terrell say most of you weren't even born when we were playing this game. Right? So Zeke was born in 95. How many Super Bowls did the Cowboys win? Hit me up. How many is that? By 95, how many Super Bowls did the Cowboys win?
0.
0? No, you better run that back.
Yeah, no. It's like 4, 3. Yeah.
92, 93, 95, Super Bowl champions, right? So 3 Super Bowls before, in my opinion, the second greatest running back to ever come through Dallas, right? So 3 Super Bowls. But when Zeke puts on that helmet, you think he knows about legacy? Think that star means something to him? Yeah. Right? Yeah. I know when I saw y'all practicing, that Paul means something to me on the side of that helmet, right? So it means something to you, right? Because it means something to the folks that came before you, you now, and it's going to mean something in 5 years. I'm sure 1 or 2 of you, Terrell's going to bring back. And you're going to be talking, and it's going to mean something to you that you're going to pass on. So that's legacy. Our legacy technically started in 2001. We were 7-2. Only 2 losses we had were by a combined 11 points. One of them we could say was a little controversial. It got us. We don't think we lost that game. But an L's an L, right? So 2001, we go 7-2. Terrell mentioned that a lot of us had been playing ball together 6th grade. So we were 10, 11, and 12 when we started playing ball together. I think you were 6th grade when we were 8th grade. But all of us had come up through the same curve. 2001 was what set the tone. 2002 is what started that legacy. We keep talking about legacy. 2002 was that catalyst. You saw the film, you've heard from other folks about that 2002 squad. I'm not going to drain it. But I want to focus in on, in 2002, that Thomas Dale game. Because that's who we play tomorrow, right? You heard James say, don't think about the name. We didn't think about the name back then. Don't think about the name tomorrow. I didn't know who they were. I didn't care to know who they were. All I knew was they were standing in our way and winning the damn state championship. So at the end of the day, our goal was, you beat your man, go win the game, come home, watch film, live, eat, study, get to the next game. Unfortunately, we didn't have the outcome we wanted. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to, for me, when we talk about legacy, is what does that build moving forward? What does that mean when that game is done? So I know you're tired. I'm not going to sit up here and give you a long, huge speech. But at the end of the day, the one thing I want you to combine when you keep hearing legacy is the present, right? If you play 5 minutes, go all out. When I see that, this is the quote that comes to my head. 48 minutes in a game, right? If you play 48 minutes, go all out. You play 30, go all out. You play 1 minute, go all out. Because if you don't, that's what happens. That's what Terrell and I were talking about the last couple weeks, is what could we have found in that game? 1 block, 1 run, 1 tackle, 1 more little ounce of energy to get JR around the corner, to get out in front of the defensive back by 1 or 2 more yards and get that catch. You don't gotta walk.
No, I ain't trying to be a camera.
You're good.
But go all out. Leave no change on the table. You heard James say that, right? Just leave no change on the table. Know your assignment, do your assignment, execute your assignment. It's that simple. But the most important thing what you can do as you're doing that is being present in the moment. Being present during practice. Being present in the weight room, in the classroom, sitting right here. Because the other part about legacy is eventually you're going to miss that. Back in the day, we used to boot up. Do y'all know what boot up means? Okay,
Y'all
we still
lying.
use it. There's no new term for that.
Y'all lying. That's an old school term. What's boot up? Somebody tell me what boot up means.
Boot up means.
Put your drip on it. Put your drip on it.
Oh, there's the term?
Tell them what boot up. Tell them what boot
Boot up
up
is when we thought we were cool, when they only made 5 colors.
is. Dixie
Yeah,
Sporting
white,
Goods.
Yeah, white, blue, red, black, and I think it was purple.
Purple. They had
Purple.
purple.
All freaking colors, purple. I mean, you know. But we used to sit in the locker room and we would take each other's cleats. And we would boot up, come out, first person get them dirty is mad as hell, right? Why you gotta get my cleats dirty? That was always Terrell's motto. Don't get me dirty before the game. But you're gonna miss those little moments. And being present in those moments is something I can't stress enough. Looking back at Thomas Dale, I wish we were present a little more. For the simple fact of those little moments that you're here and now, you're paying attention, you're zoned in, you're focused, they're going to make a difference. Right? Difference in how you play, they're going to make a difference in how you go to school, they're going to make a difference in a lot of things. But that's the reason this program has been so successful. You look at players that have gone off to play college ball. You look at James Rogers. That cat's a lawyer now. It's pretty exciting stuff to watch people grow. And that success comes from this room. I didn't get it from VCU. I got it from my brothers and my coaches. But had I been present a little more, who knows what could have happened. We were talking about that as a legacy game of what could have been. And my advice to you guys right now is live that up. Be present in every single thing you do. And I promise you, the success, it's huge. The abundance of success you're going to have now, tomorrow, next week, the week after, and the rest of your life is being built now. So please, if you take one thing away from tonight, be present. And make sure that every single thing you do is at the forefront. I really want to close because I know you've got some things you probably want to say. But future, right? Most people talking future, they think of, they're thinking 2-3 years down the road. James hit it. Don't wish your life away. Don't start thinking 2-3 weeks ahead. Tomorrow's Thomas Day. That's all it is. You got today. Focus on today. The future's tomorrow. And then build on it one day at a time. Don't look 2-3 weeks ahead of time. Don't look at your record, their record. You focus on this week. Be present. And then you focus on the future, which is tomorrow. And then build on it every single day. So I'm going to let you talk a little bit if you guys have any questions. But guys, I'm super blessed to be able to even discuss our legacy and what we did back here, because all that builds it, but now you guys are going to carry it. But what matters most, seriously, is getting that game tomorrow. Don't look at anything else right now. I know you've heard a lot of discussions, a lot of different pieces to overcoming adversity. Pile all that together, take all that advice, take everything you've learned and put it in that game, and then do it again the following week and the following week. Because you're part of that legacy. Right? Talk about Zeke being part of that legacy for the Cowboys. And I did beat him several times in one-on-ones. And that's part of my legacy. Because he won't admit it. He won't admit it. He's not going to say anything. But guys, I'm going to kick it to Terrell. Again, I just want to tell you, I appreciate everything you do. And again, the reason I wanted to speak to this game is what it means to me, but it means even more for me to watch you guys go out there and do something that I never could. That game haunts me to this day. So I would love, absolutely love, to see a big W on the board. In fact, I know we're going to get a W. There's no doubt, right? But guys, I appreciate your time, and I'm just looking forward to all that you're going to do this week, next week, the weeks to come. But we kick it to you, man. All right, unless you guys have any questions for me.
I got a quick question. What was this room when you went to school?
This was the weight room. This was the weight
This
room.
was the weight room, fellas. We used to get it in.
Right.
Squat racks,
Yeah.
benches over there, deadlifts in the middle, power
Just
cleans,
two platforms.
2 platforms.
So guys, we had
And we had 60 people. We had 60 people in here.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
you hear
had
how hot it is in here now? Yeah.
we had you know, there was our whole offensive line, defense. Pay attention, guys. And there would be 50 or 60 of us in this room, and it'd be squat rack, bench, incline. Tim actually used to have Papa Roach playing. You remember that?
Yeah, no,
What the hell are you
I
listening
still
to?
play that sometimes.
We had some fun in here. It smelled like shit.
Yeah.
You know, this was where the crazies happened.
Yeah,
That's what we
this
did
is
ball.
this is where legends were made, but we're not going to talk about the past anymore. Tony, great job. Any questions for Tony? Yeah, we got one, Mark.
Why you hated blocking for JR today?
Oh, I forgot that. So I had AD the year before, and I don't know if any of you know Anthony. Anthony was quick to, he was a 3-stop. He was really 3-drop, throw it, or 3-drop up the middle. He never, AR was a 1-drop, and if he didn't see what he wanted, he was gone. And the problem was, I played left tackle. I have seconds with JR. You might have 5 or 6 seconds with Anthony. You may have 2 or 3 minutes with Daryl to get your head across, shifting your hips, getting your feet in the right direction. JR, you prayed to God he didn't run your way when he came out that pocket, because you had to find somebody to hit, whether it was the DN, the linebacker, or a cornerback. Half the time, by the time I got out there, he was already 10 yards down the
What you're saying, like, it's hard to get in front of somebody when the person you're trying to block for is already 15 yards upfield. So they call holding a lot a couple times.
Nah, it's never me. That was
Anyways, Tony, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you. I'm not going to take up any more of you guys' time. As an OG, I do really feel very passionate about this Thomasdale game. Not to put any pressure on y'all, but now you guys are up to speed on why we say this is unfinished business. All right, so that's all I have to say. As you know, we do the T-shirts. Every week, this Cowboys fan, I'm an Eagles fan, just to clarify. So it really pained me to do this because I knew that he got the blue for the Cowboys. But unfinished business, Tony Moore, thank you so much. Y'all know what to do tomorrow. I heard a couple things about y'all's practice performance this week, but leave that behind you. Tomorrow is a new day. It's a new time to leave your legacy, leave your mark on this program. If you don't have anything for me, I appreciate y'all.
One play!